I thought it'd be super cool to take the smallest Rubik's Cube of all time and photograph it. But I want to focus stack it, and I want to focus stack it in Luminar to see how good the focus stacking feature is. Now, I'm going to do this on white, and I thought about doing it on some colors to do something a little different. But white is going to allow the colors on here to actually be accentuated and pop a little bit more. So I'm going to use white. Number two, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the highest megapixels in the Z7 II, which is 45 point something megapixels, to get the most quality and the most resolution out of this image of this Rubik's Cube, smallest one of all time. And then I think I'm going to use hard light because I want to use shadows. And maybe one day we'll get this image printed. So let's get to it. What's cool about this is using the 105 macro 2.8 is the macro lens, so you can get really tight 1-to-1 image ratio with the 45 plus megapixel image sensor, which should and naturally renders you a high quality, really sharp image, especially when you focus stack it. We're about to make a quick adjustment in the game. I realized that I'm not going to be able to get as close as I want to get with this lens and the paper and everything going on, so I'm going to put a boom arm on this impact stand so I can get closer. You ever turn a knob and it fell on your toe before? I feel like my foot was bruised. Really, I was trying to do this number right here. Then I was trying to do that number right there. So instead of going through the hassle of taking the ball head off my tripod, I got a Joby Gorilla Pod. Take the ball head off of there, and I'm going to put it on here. And now, there we go. Have a new tripod. All right, so I've now added a reflector here on the silver side just to fill the shadows in on the front end. And then I have this red just to give it a little pop of color. I might change that, but for now I like it. Focus that on. No, not 30. I want to go 15 shots. And depth of field, we're going to make it narrow. I want it to be really sharp. 3-second intervals. First frame exposure lock on. Silent photography. I'm going to do that off. Start store. New folder. Alright, okay, so starting storage folder means that all the images will be in their own individual folder. I'm going to go back here and make sure my IBIS is off. And it is, so let's go focus that. Alright, let's watch the process. Oh man, I didn't set the first image point. Let's start over from scratch. Alright, so I changed it from 15 to 10. And now we are going to see what we get after these first 10 images. I'm going to change the color because I don't think I want this red. I think I do want it to be just clean. So after these 10 images get done, I'm going to see. I don't want to move because I feel like, I think looking at this, first image was 65, 19, 31, 30, 29, 28. Let's see where 21. Alright, so that's not as sharp as I want it to be. So I'm going to start it manually at that front tip of the Rubik's Cube. I'm going to go back into settings. I'm going to change focus shift. Oh, no, not yet. So I've stepped back to see if that makes any difference. I believe that was the perfect starting point. And I think 18 should give me the right number of images to get this done. 49 was the last image. Oh, we're going to need some more images. Alright, let me go ahead and change the light. What I like about this tube light, and I probably could be using a whole bunch of other light sources or types of light, but I'm using a Godox TL G6. So I'm going to go into the app, Godox Lighting. I have a specific app here that they use. Let's do a screen record for you. I'll go into the app. Click on that. I'm gonna go to the CCT. Wait, which one will? All right, so we're on this one. CCT. We're going 65. I'm gonna go 6500. Let's go 56. 56 feels way better. Zoom back out to that first point that I see. All right, we're gonna go focus that. We're going to go to 40 images. Okay, we're gonna go 40 images from that first point in right there. All right, so 40 shots, here we come. Menu, focus, start. Oh man, we're gonna start over, camera shaking. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna zoom back out just a little on the front edge. Now, I'm gonna wait for this to stop shaking. I might turn the ibis back on now. To be honest, let's turn the ibis back on and see what happens. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna softly make my way away from the camera without making anything shake. So honestly, I don't think it's me making the camera shake. I actually think it's the shutter clicking inside the body. Wow. So I'm gonna do it on silent shift next, and then we'll see what happens. But until then, let's wait. All right, so we went 40 shots, up to 94. So we got 84, 74, 64. We started at 54. So for 54 to 79, we got sharp focus to that very back. Really 78. We can go 75. Actually, I like 77. So 40. So you got, so to get this fully in, so let me go all the way back to 40. So it should be at 44 to the front edge. Oh man, something happened here. So from 51, we lost our point. We'll start over. Yeah, this, to get an image, it just ain't easy now. So we'll go 28 images. We'll start at the front edge again. And actually, I'm gonna go to, oh no, we gotta stay in autofocus for it to climb. So from that front edge, I'll set it right there. I'm gonna go menu, focus shift, 28 images. And this time we're gonna go silent so that the shutter doesn't shake anything. And now we'll also, okay, ibis is off. Let's start. All right, let's rock and roll. 28 silent images. I'm gonna quietly slide away, so when I come back, I can come back actually walking. All right, let's see what we got. I'm excited. Let's zoom in. I don't think I'm that excited no more, because this isn't the back of it. That is the front though. All right, so let's talk. Getting a little frustrated, but I know what the problem is, and I'm only frustrated because I'm trying to record the process versus just getting the job done. All right, so what we're about to do now is I'm going to do the extra stacking. When I put them in the system, I'm going to cut off the extra images that go out of focus. So I'm going to start a little before, and then I'm going to go all the way through a little bit after. So then I'm able to only add the images in the focus stacking process in the editor once I get all the images. So what we're gonna do is I'm coming in with me and my hands. I'm going to start right on the front edge. Go to the menu, focus stacking. I'm gonna go up to 40, 45 images. I'm gonna hit start. I'm gonna move my hands very carefully. And so in just a moment, we should have all the images. So I'm gingerly trying to walk away because I don't want to shake the floor. Because if I shake the floor, then we shake the focus. We don't want to shake the focus. We're using the Landlight FS150 with the pair of 90 centimeter softbox with the grid on. Then we're using the Godox TL60 with the TLG60, which is the grid for the TL60, on 5600 Kelvin, which we're controlling with the application, the Godox app, which I'm still screen recording for no reason. So that's extra storage on my phone. We used a color checker to get colors right. Even though this is on white, I still trust the color checker over just trying to use random light. And then we're using a silver side reflector just to bounce a little bit of light back into the shadow side. And we're using some BBs in the back to hold the paper down. Yeah, make sure you get some BBs. Alright, so I'm gonna hop in. I just brought all the images in. You see from the screen record. I'm gonna come in and go back because I want the first image to be just out of focus. So this would be the first image. Oh man. So this specific image will be the first image. I go to the top. It looks like this. Actually, the last image is the one just out of focus. So we'll start at that one. We'll go to that one. We'll like all of those. We'll go here. Remove our images. We'll only use these from in focus to out of focus. So 40 images like we had talked about before. We'll hit stack. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Let's see how long this takes. So sit and wait and let the thing do its thing. I made no edits. I've done nothing to it. I just want to show you how quickly you can focus stack and the process working through Luminar. All right, so after we finished the focus stacking, I came in and made some edits. Did some super sharpening, noiseless things in Luminar that improve your image. Cleaned up some of the stuff on the Rubik Cube. Cleaned up some of the stuff on the paper. But I really want to get to a key point here, because what we're doing right now is general editing, just cleaning it up, making the image be more presentable, getting some of the flaws that this dust that flies around in the air. I definitely wanted to make the colors pop some, so I did some saturation and luminance work. But this is what I really didn't understand. I was trying to do generative expand in Luminar, and this is what I got. So yeah, I wasn't too happy there. I said, all right, let me just go do where I know how to do it best at. Let's go into Photoshop. Photoshop does a great job with their generative field, generative expand. As you can see, how easy this just happened. But yeah, look forward to some prints coming out at some point. I think that's where I want to take this Rubik's Cube, to the printing process. Make sure you print your images because they always look better printed than they do on the screen. That's all I got for you. See y'all later.